So it's not so much, it's not even speaking loudly, or it's not even being angry at another devotee. It's the attitude, it's the bhav, it's the feeling that determines, is this aparad or is this not aparad? Even he might yell at the devotee, hey, why are you stupid, you did like this? You may even slap. But not out of envy, not out of hatred. So it's not an aparad. So this attitude is very important. That so when you're grateful, then the next feeling that comes is respect. You're very respectful. Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishna amanina amanidena kirtaniya sadari. Amanidena, man adena. Man. You show respect to others. So you're very respectful to the Brijvasis. They're very fortunate, and you're respectful. You're grateful, you're respectful. And then your other mood is a mood of, because Vrindavan is a mood of, you develop a mood of tolerance. Tolerance that, okay, whatever happens, whatever is happening, or whatever happens to me, is a small price to pay for the great privilege and fortune of living in Vrindavan and doing bhajan in Vrindavan. In our Shastras, I can't quote the exact verse, but there are verses that say if you live in Vrindavan and do bhakti, japa, kirtan, Shastra study, hearing Harikatha, Brikama, Tulsi Puja, Darshan, many limbs and activities of bhakti. If you do bhakti in Vrindavan, you get 100 times increased benefit. 100 times, even 1,000. And although some acharyas, they may say or they may write, oh, and if you do offenses in Vrindavan, you get 100 times the punishment, or you get 1,000. That's not written. That's not written. Some guru or acharya, he may say that to his disciples, because they may read, oh, Prabhupada, you get so much benefit. Even Prabhupada wrote in one letter to one sannyasi who was serving in India, and maybe India or Vrindavan, maybe even just India, I forget, in letters. And he didn't want to serve in India anymore. He was too much, it got too much for him. He was preaching, a sannyasi, traveling preaching. He wanted to go back to America. So Prabhupada wrote to him, maybe Achyutananda Swami, before 1970s. You want to give up your seva in India and return to America. But you should know that 1 year preaching in India, I think it was India, in Bombay and other places, 1 year doing service or preaching in India is equal to 10 years of preaching or doing service in Ukraine or Russia or America outside of India. So that's the power. So it's a very, very powerful place. So then we're grateful and we're respectful to all the Brijvasis, and we're always in this mood of humility, and we're always praying. The mood of prayer is, we talk about praying in the West and we talk about prayer, but there's so much rajagun and so much movement and racing everywhere. Not many people, not so crowded as here. But the idea to live with every moment surrounded by the feelings of prayer, that's possible in Vrindavan. When you're just walking, you can immediately turn to prayer, because everywhere in the atmosphere is Krishna and Radha's name. The flavor, the sound of their name, and the flavor and the feeling of their pastimes is in the atmosphere.